snake pit. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. For the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Over the middle, complete to Coleman. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Second and long here. Arch is going to throw for it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB's speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Makes the grab, and down immediately, he picks up a few. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's third and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. looking for running room. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Russell. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Sets his feet. It's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
There he goes. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tide ready to roll on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Throwing Russell. Firing to the right, complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keelan Russell. Throwing right. Timed him perfectly to knock him free and forces the 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
behind his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, it's Russell. Rushes on. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Russell. Taking a shot. This is intercepted along the side. But no, he's out of bounds. It's just an incomplete pass. Very fortunate turn of events for the offense.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you. Don't be too aggressive.
Soft spot in the middle. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Tide with the 1st and 10. On the run, it's Hill. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing Russell. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on. It's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be 3rd down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the 1st down.
Looking to the end zone, it's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Keelan Russell. He wants it all. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line. but 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a 3rd down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
3rd and goal from the 1, and we'll see if they try it again through the air after the incompletion. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into 4th down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Running inside. It's Smothers. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Throws to the wideout. Left side is Wingo. Wide open spaces. Running inside the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Texas! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Russell. He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the 2nd half.
Unloads it downfield. Makes the catch on the left. There he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First play of the period, 1st down here. Straight ahead, it's Smothers. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Finds a crease, it smothers. Knocked down immediately.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on an RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's Arch to throw. Rush right in his face. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Fires left. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Quickly to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
The screen, he's got wheels. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football downfield in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Now here's Manning. Deep shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Offense gets set for second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Throwing Russell. Under pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Drops back. It's Russell. The screen, and watch out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Slings it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. Manning. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Look out. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Alabama calls it second timeout of the half. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Oh, pressure's coming. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. They just weren't able to come down with that one.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Keelan Russell. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Out wide left, it's Rodgers. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Fakes the grab. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Russell. Trying to make magic on the scramble. After the filthy move, he's got room. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the 1st half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Back to throw. It's Russell. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Deep in the end zone, it's Simon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Smothers. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And that'll do it. Here in the 2nd quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Manning on play action. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes, he's fast, he's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route tree. I mean, what can't this guy do?
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. They'll run him again. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just run positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
3rd down from the gun, Manning. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pulls it in down the middle. He is in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Russell. Trying to get rid of it. Good job just to get rid of that one.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Fires downfield. Left side is Edwards. at the 45 on his way. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Keelan Russell. Out wide left, it's Ford. Makes the grab in their space. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Breaks into the open. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Now on second down. Quarterback keep. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Wide open downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Brown again. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Manning with a play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll give it to Brown. on the stop.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
And the Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Manning from the gun on third down. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Russell. He's got it down the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Unloads in the nick of time.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Russell from the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Russell will throw for it on fourth. Throws to the wideout. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and get...
Snags it, and he's open. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Throwing Russell. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Wide receiver going in motion. Again, it's Russell. This time it's complete. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this third and short. Sends it back in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last fourth down.
Turning it up. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
Well, if you were wondering whether or not this coaching staff believes in their offensive line, you now have your answer, because that's now the second time on the drive. They went for it on fourth down and then got it by handing it off.
A first down run on the doorstep. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy.
Touchdown, Alabama! The offense cashing it in on that drive. He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simon. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
The run inside. It's Smothers. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
Right back to it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. run it out of the gun with Brown. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Second and long here. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Oh, he's got some space. And that'll be enough for the first down. A gain of 13 on the play. And the clock stops for the 2-minute timeout. And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Hits inside. It's Brown. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
The quarterback takes a knee. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. The quarterback's just going to take a knee.